Cheers! Welcome to my channel. This is a bonus new moon for the month of January tarot oracle reading. And Libra, you are the star of this astrological insight. If your sun sign is not in Libra, we still all have a little bit of Libra in us. If you have your birth chart, which house is Libra in? That's where this information will show up for you. My goal is to provide you with valuable information to empower you. This is a general or collective reading, so just be aware that parts of it may or may not resonate with you. And it's also a timely reading, meaning it's the perfect time to watch it if you're watching it now. If it's been some time since I posted it, what was happening in your life back then? Take a look and you may find that it gives you more clarity. Whoop! I already shuffled, but I wanted to give a quick cut and shuffle again. And here we go. We're going to go with the underlying energy from the bottom of the deck. I have a cat sitting on my lap, and she's got happy feet, so it's making it difficult. Okay, there we have it. We have, for the underlying energy for this reading, Libra, is Knight of Swords coming in. So Knight of Swords, the knights would work for the king and the queen in the court in the old days, and they would be like travel for miles back and forth by horse, or camel, I guess, in some cases, and they would deliver messages back and forth. So the information would be coming in slower, but these days we have so many forms of ways we can get information at the blink of an eye. So this could be some sort of communication coming in from like a text, email, letter in the mail, a phone call. It could be documents coming in, that kind of energy. And this can also be just something like a really big idea that you have that you want to rush into kind of energy that you're excited about. So the Knight of Swords is sometimes viewed as being, a fool that, fool in a hurry kind of energy. So this is saying this communication that's coming in, before you take it for what it is, just double check that it is 100% true information before you run with it, because we can't see the point of his sword. So he may have valid information, but it's not 100% validated yet. And he's also running against the wind here through barren land. So just keeping that in mind. Also, we are entering the year of the horse on the 17th of February. That's in the Chinese New Year. And that energy with the horse energy is talking about, the horse energy is brilliant for starting projects and having really great ideas and putting them into action. That for sure is that's about what the horse energy is about. Lots of heart, setting really high goals, really, doing something you love to do that you want to achieve. But at the same time, it can also talk about being too impulsive and running with the energy, like just going so fast that you burn yourself out, and then the idea burns out before it gets off the ground kind of energy. And then we have fulfillment. So this idea is about some sort of fulfillment. The fulfillment is also the marriage card in tarot. It represents a commitment. So it doesn't have to be marriage, but quite often that's what it does represent. It talks about having passion for what you're doing, which we can see that from the beginning here. But Libra, you are the sign of the mature, like the stage of life that Libra represents is a mature adult who's ready to get married and start a family. That's the kind of energy that Libra's about, and also about being really balanced in your masculine and your feminine, and in your, like your work, your play, that kind of energy, like having a scale of balance there. This also talks about the 1111 portal, or 111 portal, which is the universe's way of communicating with you through synchronicity. And you'll know if you've entered this portal that you'll notice all of a sudden you'll look at the clock and it'll say, hey, it's 1:11 or it's 11:11. And then you'll go to, pick up a package from somewhere, and you'll look up the address and it's like 111 11th Avenue, that kind of energy. You're on your way to pick the package up, and a car cuts you off and it drives in front of you, and the license plate is 111. So that's the kind of energy, and it's what that is saying is keep your thoughts, like watch your thoughts, make sure that what you're thinking of is what you want, not what you don't want, because you're really manifesting at a very powerful level right now. So this is really awesome energy, Libra. Let's see now, we're going to work, this is for the internal forces. So the internal forces are what you have control over. Wow, so look at the Page of Cups is coming in now. And the Page of Cups is holding a cup of love. And the Page of Cups recognizes that, hey, there's plenty of fish in the sea. But this page is totally focused on that cup. And there's a fish in that cup. So he's really focused on this particular person or fish. And this energy could represent, like the pages would work inside the court for the king and the queen. And then if they were good at what they did and they could afford a horse by the time they were 21, they would be considered for knighthood. So this is the Page of Cups is, generally they would start working for the king and queen between 7 to 14 years of age. And then by the time they were 21, if they were, ready, they could be put up for knighthood. So that we're talking about someone that this is like the beginning steps of a romance in some ways, especially with this card. This is talking about maybe a message coming in. Someone phones you up and says, hey, I would really like to take you out on a date, or you bump into someone and you end up having coffee together or whatever, and you really click, that kind of energy. So this is a communication of some sort regarding a cup of love. If it's not, if love's not up your alley and you're like, oh, that's not for me, this can just represent a commitment. And this could represent something you love to do or something you love to be, that kind of energy. And then we have the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands is saying, like, this person has been successful. And it could be saying they want to add another wand of passion to their life because they're standing on their on the turret of their castle, and they're looking over their domain, and they're like, I want to expand my horizons. I want to expand what I'm doing. With this marriage card here, it could indicate that they want to add someone to their life, and that would make their life full. The globe represents the world. And so this can be that a person is feeling like they're a big fish in a little pond and they need to add something to their life. Quite often, if it's not about love for you, it could be about your business that you love, that it's expanded as much as it can where you're at. And now maybe you want to, this sometimes represents an entrepreneur wanting to franchise kind of energy. Let's see. Yes, destiny is calling. The wheel of fortune is turning. That's the past, the present, and the future all coming together in synchronicity. That would be why this 111 portal came up. It's saying the universe is trying to communicate with you that it's time, whatever that is for you. You may have met someone, and this may be saying to you, this could be the person that you want to marry, or that one and that wants to marry you kind of energy. Or it could be like this idea that you have, that you want to bring into being, as a business or as something that you're passionate about doing. It's about being or something you love to be or do, that this is the perfect time to do that, depending on what you're looking at. And it could be both. Maybe you meet this person because you're doing that you were wanting to do something and you weren't thinking about love at the time. But then it just so happens that this person is not only someone that you really want to do business with, but it's also somebody that shares your viewpoint and that's single and wants to ask you out on a date. That's awesome. Or you want to ask them out. So we have the Pentacle coming, the Knight of Pentacles coming in. So now we have two knights here. And look at this. Look at the difference in these two horses, right? So the idea is rushing towards the Knight of Pentacles. And the Knight of Pentacles is the slowest knight in the deck. That's the energy, like, oh, when are you ever gonna show up? Kind of, when you're waiting for a message to come in. And so the pentacle is about your health, wealth, and happiness on planet Earth. It's all about abundance. Of course, the coin representing money also is part of that, but it's not just about money. It's about lifestyle, what you really want. So that makes total sense in this reading. And we're talking about the Knight of Pentacles is like deciding, okay, which way should I go? Should I ask this person out, or should I accept this person's offer? Should I, in love or in business? And the Knight of Pentacles is contemplating, okay, what is my next move? Hurry up and make up your mind, Knight of Pentacles. I've been waiting forever for you to show up. And then we have the Ace of Cups. That's the energy I was picking up. I love it. And then it's confirmed here. So this is, I love how when, like the tarot is so funny, but that's the energy I'm getting is like, I've been waiting for this to happen my whole life. Is this person, it could be that you ask someone out and you're really excited and you can't wait to take them on a date, and they're not answering and they're not answering. But now you get the phone call, you get the message, whatever. And this is confirmation. This is saying, yes, this is someone that could be your divine partner, that you could really have a lot of love with, and it would be peaceful, someone that you could really enjoy, an everlasting love. The cup just keeps filling itself, and then, you know, it's saying this is someone that you are really well suited to. And if it's not about actually romantic love, it's about this commitment would be one that would last a long time. When the Knight of Pentacles comes in, he may be slow, but it's because he's considering his moves, because he doesn't want to fail, like he doesn't want to do the wrong thing. And so he's making sure that he, you know, crosses his T's and dots his I's and makes sure he makes the offer like a solid one. The Knight of Pentacles, when he shows up with an offer, generally it's a well thought out offer that has a lot of potential. And sometimes it can even be like a legacy for generational wealth, like about getting married and wanting to build something together and then pass it down to your children. And look at this. This is the the Five of Pentacles. So this is really interesting because it's showing up here, you know, right at the end here. All of this is so positive, and then it's like, oh, bang, we're left out in the cold. Now, there's several energies coming in here. So this could be talking about you're no longer left out in the cold because he's got the answer, or he's been left out in the cold because he doesn't, because he said no. Yes or no is the question. So there's two people here, and one is on crutches, and he's wearing a bell around his neck, and that's because he is considered to have the plague. And in the old days, instead of having mandates, they would have like a bell that they would tie on someone's neck, and if you came into town, your bell would be ringing, and everybody would know, stay clear of this person. And then the other person is barefoot in the snow. And so this is talking about tactics, like being played out. And this can be like things that are out, like external forces that are not in your control. And so this is talking about, for some reason, maybe the message didn't get there, or it could be the message got scrambled somehow, or someone stole your mail, that kind of energy. So it's hard to say exactly what this is about. There's an energy of snowflakes. And so anyone can handle a flake or two, but if a bunch of people get together and they decide, hey, let's make this not happen, then the snow keeps piling up, and it can actually collapse your house. Just on the news this morning, I saw a video, and it was on one of the news stations, and it was saying that someone's house actually literally collapsed from the weight of the snow. And that does happen. I'm from Canada. I understand like snow. At first, when it comes down, it looks really pretty. And you're like, oh, it's so beautiful. But if you've ever lived in the prairies in Canada, winter can last 4 to 5 months, and it can be like really cold, like minus 40 to 45 Celsius with the wind chill. And, you know, after about a few months of it, you're tired of it. And that's the kind of energy. you know, that it just collapses. You're like, you start just staying in bed, you go to work, come home, shovel your driveway, you know, or go and then wake up and make something to eat. Go, it's dark out. It's dark by 4 o'clock. You get up in the morning, you shovel your driveway, and then you fight the icy streets and everything to get to work. You work, come home, it's dark, like that, and it's just like repetitive that way. So I feel like on some level, that this is saying, okay, now you're out of the cold, or the person said no and you're in the cold. Let's see. Let's see. Why would someone say no when it's so perfect? That would be the question, right? Let's look here. We have identity. So your self-image is like, okay, so this is saying that you have been focused on someone and perhaps they asked you out or you're going to ask them out. This is about your abundance and self-worth, that you know that that's what you want. You want to take this person out on a date. They represent someone that you really would like to build something with, whether that be a commitment in marriage or commitment in business or both. You have communication from your early life. This is something that's just saying that you've always wanted to get married and have a lifestyle with someone where you were working together as a couple and moving forward in life that way. This is your emotional foundation. So this is good. This is actually talking about that when it comes to matters of love and commitment in business, you do your due diligence. And so that might just be why it's taken so long, that you've been left out in the cold for a while. You know, let's see here. We've got the Ace of Cups coming up here. And this is talking about creativity, romance, and wanting to have children if you don't have children already. So this is really talking about what we were talking about. And in this is your health and your daily routine and your habits. So maybe what this is saying is that you've been isolating yourself, or you're living the life that I described. You've been so hard at work that you haven't had time to date. That's what I feel is happening. And that's how you see yourself, is like, man, like I haven't dated for like so long, and like I got to go get my hair done, and you know, like that kind of energy. Just like being so focused on the pentacle side of life, and like being in this position where you're feeling like you really, like you're shoveling a lot of bullshit, like just everyday stuff, like day after day. It's like it won't stop snowing. That kind of energy. I love it. So this is talking about being so busy building your own empire here that you haven't had time to really work on the love part, but now you're ready. Good for you. This is awesome. This is so perfect Libra energy. I love this. And so the new moon coming in is the energy of Capricorn. And so it's a Capricorn new moon, and the new moon is about doing new, changing your schedule up. Get out, go and get your hair done, get dressed up, because you might bump into someone, and then that might be the person for you. Or you're going to a business meeting and you're thinking, you know, I'll just go like I am. No, go and get yourself dolled up or handsomed up, and before you go to this meeting. That's the kind of energy. And leave some space after the meeting. Like, don't fill your schedule up so tight that, oh, like if you decided, hey, if this person said, hey, would you like to go out for dinner with me? Yes, hell yes, I have my calendar cleared. That kind of energy. Just be aware of that, because this is being orchestrated by the divine, by God himself, is saying this would be a perfect person for you, but you're going to have to put some effort into it. I really like this reading. This is like so funny to me. And then we have the Page of Swords coming in. So yes, this is talking about another communication. And it's kind of funny because it's not how I normally would read this card, but the Page of Swords is actually the younger version of the Knight of Swords here. And it's like, you know, a lot of times, like, if the knights and the pages, when they worked for the king and queen, they would actually be from like affluent families around the area that were quite often related in some way through marriage or whatever. So high society people, and generally people, this card always reminds me of golfers. And so the energy is you know, that this page is coming in, and that if there has been an offer to go for dinner or after something like that after a meeting, that that you've said yes, or the person has said yes. That's the kind of energy. So it's like the beginning steps now of yes, like this commitment coming through. Really awesome. And like I'm just getting a hole in one. They said yes. That kind of energy. So this here is talking about what you do have control over. Like, what if I go out on this date and they turn out to be a flake? So what? Get dressed up anyway. That's what it's saying. Well, let go of the what ifs. What if, what if, what if? Get yourself in a position. Get ready, because the universe is telling you this is the one. It's a hole in one. That kind of energy. And then this is talking about the actually this should be here. So this is the underlying energy for this part, is saying yes. This is they're saying yes because it's meant to be kind of energy. And now this is again. Okay, the external forces coming through. So the external forces are when you're laying awake at night and you're wondering not what if, but what the EF. What's happening with these external forces? Well, the snow just won't quit snowing, and you can't control that. But you can control, this is about multitasking. This is someone who's been very busy, and I feel in this reading it represents you being busy about your pentacles. So you've kind of been out of the dating pool for a while, and you kind of like don't know what to do, really, kind of energy. And you don't need to know what to do. Just allow the energy to come in. This is saying like you can multitask to the point where you're doing more quantity than quality, and you need to have a strong balance. And that's what Libra energy is about. It's about having that balance between, you know, work and play, like, you know, and having that balance between making money and making love is what's coming up. Being able to be out and about and socialize. And this is a very important aspect of the Libra energy. Libra craves that socialization with other people that are like-minded. And so, or just being totally isolated. So that's the energy. It's talking about the external forces coming in, that you're going to have to make a choice. You're going to have to make a decision, that you're going to change the way you've been, your daily habits, and that you're going to give yourself more time to have fun, basically. And then this energy is talking about temperance. So yeah, you've been waiting a long time to come in. It's the same thing here. It's talking about, you know, maybe never meeting the right person or whatever, not clicking, and wondering, oh, I wonder if that'll ever happen. I wonder if I'm really destined to meet someone and, you know, marry them. And the answer is yes. But you, again, it's pouring, the temperance is actually the energy of Sagittarius. And it's talking about, you know, Sagittarius is the last sign that would be patient. Like, it wouldn't be, they want adventure, they want action. And so it's very challenging for that energy to be patiently waiting for, you know, and to stay on their divine path instead of just taking action and like, okay, let's go with it kind of energy. Whereas the Libra energy is more like this, where it's like, okay, I'm going to balance it out and I'm going to see how it works out, that kind of energy. And then we have a tower coming in of some sort. So the tower is a reality check. And I feel like this is not like, in this case, I mean, lightning strikes. And these people are falling out of their tower and like on their turret, right? And this is kind of like saying, this is a reality check. Like, do you really want to be alone for the rest of your life? Because if you don't get yourself out there, you can't, you know, you can't expect Prince Charming to come and knock on your door if you've never, you know, although it could happen, I'm getting in this case, because how often does lightning strike, right? That's the kind of energy. So a lot of times people view this as like a card that is like negative, but I feel in this case, it's kind of like lightning is striking, and it's like winning the lottery, basically. And also, if you look at the picture, it's like an explosion of ecstasy. So this is talking about like, get off your turret and quit looking at what you think you might want to do, and move forward and do it. There we go. So this is like saying, get off that turret. The universe is shaking you off. Get off your pedestal here. Yeah, you're you've been very successful. But hey, you live in a village with 800 people. You need to get out there and explore more, that kind of energy. Then we have, yes, the Lovers. So this is like saying, this is a perfect choice for you. The sun is shining down on this. This is again talking about being in the flow. Again, if this isn't about love, this can be talking about the masculine and feminine energy coming together in your intuition on the higher self network. That, this is a message from God, like, hey, this is the perfect choice for you if you've been looking for commitment in your business life to move forward. And I still say, though, that God is saying you deserve to have love in your life and you need to make it a priority. The clouds in between these two people mean they haven't met yet, or they don't know each other that well. So you would have to actually make the effort. And that's what this tower is saying. Make the effort or you're missing out on a really awesome opportunity to have that fulfillment that maybe you don't even realize that you've always wanted. And you're kind of like, really? I really want to get married? I didn't know that. Or it could be something that you just felt like, I've given up on it. It's never going to happen kind of energy. There's too much competition out there. Good men are hard to find. That's the energy. Why would she date me? Look how beautiful she is. Like, that kind of energy. So this is talking about adolescent, immature competition. I just feel like it's talking about you having like some limiting beliefs regarding your ability to attract the partner. You may have been dating a lot of people. You may actually be on a dating site and it's just been like, that's so adolescent. I'm not doing it. And so now just the universe is saying, I don't blame you. Like you have, like, it hasn't been that, lucrative for you to go on dates from that dating site. But this is someone that God is sending you. This is something that the universe is arranging. So it's different this time. And then we have, I love this. So just healing any heartbreaks that you've had. I feel like that's what this energy is saying. When you look at this card, you think, oh my goodness, this person has their heart broken, like it's got 3 big swords through it. And then you look again and you go, wait a minute, that heart is really big and those swords are pretty small. They're more like little pins, And sometimes people say that this energy could talk about Eros, the little Cupid that shoots the bows and arrows for love. And that when one of the arrows strikes you, you fall in love kind of energy. So that's what I feel like this is about. It's about healing. This is about forgiveness and healing in matters of love. And I feel like I don't feel that it's with this person that you have anything to heal from with this person, but more about your attitude towards love and your attitude about yourself, whether you're worthy of it or not, that kind of energy. I love this. This is an awesome reading for you, Libra. You're making me laugh. Thank you. It's a really nice, lighthearted reading. And, it's so perfect, right? This is just Libra energy all over the place, being really responsible and mature. Okay, and now this is coming in. We're going to, please do give this a like and comment if you're also enjoying this reading. And I am going to clarify now with my Oracle, Tales from the Vector, TAILS from the Vector. I do have a website, talesfromthevector.com. And on that website, I have a gallery of paintings, and there's 64 of them. I started in 2007, and in 2020, I completed the last painting. Some of them are great big dragons with crystals all over, and they're flying through the sky. They're from the Intergalactic Federation of Light, from the future. And this is talking about, I am in the process right now of bringing this deck out in physical form, and I'm working on the information that goes along with it. I've had the cards out at my seminars and at psychic fairs for several years off and on, but I didn't have it complete. And so now what I'm doing is I'm working on the information online with you, and you can, in the description box below, I will put the cards in the order they appear. The numbers represent the number of the painting on my website in the gallery. So if you want to check it out later, there might be some helpful information. You just might be interested in seeing them. Oh, there's the card that's coming out. So we have the underlying energy is being clarified by the Earth Star. So this is about manifesting what you want from your sacral chakra. That's the most fun way, of the energy being like, hey, I'm gonna manifest this love. So instead of saying good men are hard to find, you could say hard men are good to find. That kind of energy. That's the energy coming in. This is a very passionate experience that you're about to have. And I feel like it's just been destined. You're in the flow now. You've been working in the flow, and the one area that you fell behind in is your love life. And it's kind of got to do with your attitude from possibly online dating, like that kind of energy. And then we have the Hangman here. Yeah, so this is talking balance, the total energy of the balance of, this energy of, okay, work hard, play hard, be responsible, be free for a change, like be more open to to passion in your life, to having a good love life, as well as having like just a good, solid, responsible life. And so this is perfect energy. The Hangman hangs from the tree of knowledge, and they're hanging upside down so that they can gain a new perspective. And I have a little cat on my lap right now, and she's purring away, and that vibration is very high. And that's the kind of energy you want to be in when you're attracting someone. You don't want to be in this energy when you're attracting someone in your love life. You want to have healed from that energy and have a good attitude. And there are a lot of really good men out there, and that's the energy. It's like, you have to just be in that energy yourself to attract that. And that's what this 111 portal is talking about here. We have the strength coming in here, the integrity. And so integrity is, it's within yourself, and it's about also having the courage to face your fears. Like if you've had a hard dating life and you're just like, oh, I don't want to go on another date kind of energy. This is talking about, getting back out there, kind of getting back on the saddle and get yourself out there, because this person is around the corner is what's coming up. And then we have the Empress energy. So this is talking about just like a magnet drawing to you that which you want. And that's the energy I'm talking about here. That 111 portal, you're ready now. Before you weren't ready. You weren't really 100% wanting to commit. And it's the same thing like with the business. Like maybe you had some limiting beliefs about your ability to really expand at a real high level. And then we have the Lovers here. So this is about, this is confirming choosing your life partner for passion. These two are together here. So this is talking about, this is a reality check for you. Start looking into it and realize, hey, this is something that I really want. And then you'll be taken by surprise, like, oh my gosh, life is so much better, right? And so, Sagittarius energy is coming in here. And I feel like the Sagittarius energy is very exemplative of the energy of the new moon, like wanting to, get out there and explore new things, new people, new situations, and also like having adventure in your life. And the fire horse energy coming in February on the 17th is the new year. That's when the fire horse energy comes in for the Chinese New Year. This is like pretty close to the Sagittarius energy, like the centaur, like with the energy of, really wanting to move forward and having a lot of adventure in your, like setting high achievement goals, setting the bar very high for love and for business, that kind of energy. And on February 17th, there also will be another new moon. So wow, there's a lot of energy coming in. And then Taurus energy is talking about the give and take of life. So it's kind of, I feel like, and this is ruled by Venus, which is about love. And I feel like you are now more mature. Like you're not a toddler anymore. You know what you want when it comes to a partner. that you would actually marry, that you would have this commitment with, and whether if that's in business or it's in love, business, and or both, you understand what you're willing to give and what you want to receive in return. And so you understand the give and take of life more, and who you would prefer to give to, and who you would prefer to, work with, be with. This is an energetic upgrade from this situation here. That's good to know. You're going to love it. Like, you're not going to be left out in the cold anymore, feeling like isolated. You can have someone that shares the same, maybe this could represent someone that loves to golf, and so do you. That's kind of like hobbies that you enjoy together. Instead of doing it alone, you do it together, but you're still individually strong within yourself, in your masculine and feminine qualities. That's what this is representing. Someone who's as balanced as you are. That's what's coming up. And this is like surrender. So yeah, it's cold in here. There must be something in the atmosphere. So this is saying this energy here of isolation and, okay, I've given up on dating. Say yes if someone's asking you out and they're not, you've checked them out, and, go for coffee with them at least. Go to a public place if you're, not wanting to, to make it safe, that kind of energy. And leave some time after the date. So in case they ask you out for supper or something, make time for this to happen, is what this is saying. So the Gemini energy is, learning how to date, basically. But no, this is about creative solutions versus logic, the Gemini energy. And so when these signs come in, I just want to make this really clear that I'm not talking about these signs as, okay, this is the person, and then, they're a Gemini or they're a Taurus and you're a Sagittarius. That all well could be, because it could be very accurately for you. Having said that, when I'm doing a general collective reading, I'm talking about the state of being of each of these signs. So what can we learn from these signs? Because there's general collective reading. I mean, it's a multitude of people. And so it's kind of, and also representing what is the stage of life of that sign? Like, what is the energy? How can we utilize it? What can we learn from it? The abuse of power. So, this is talking about, in the past, I feel like, just feeling like you go on dates and whatever, you think, okay, this is it. And then after the third or fourth date, you realize, this is just not, this person and I don't click, that kind of energy. And so there's kind of like a fear in you, like, yeah, that's how it is every time. No, it's not how it is every time. There's a reality check coming. And look at this, temptation. So I don't feel like this temptation is like, oh, don't, like, it's like the energy is maybe this would be good for you for a change. You know what I mean? This is talking about, the energy of being tempted to be with, like, say again, oh, this is just like the same old time. In this reading, that's what I'm picking up, because the Devil card does represent temptation. And this could also be saying that maybe in the past, you've kind of gone in this direction and gone after like the lover aspect of the commitment rather than the commitment of marriage or whatever. And maybe you need to take this slower and go on a few dates before you end up, being passionate, like, with someone. Because what's fun for some is not fun for everyone. And so this is possibly, or it could be representing that, you go out on a date and that's all the person really, you find out, oh, they should have, like, they're on a dating site and they're saying they want to get married, but really they're just looking for one thing and that's it. And having had that experience enough times that you're just kind of hardened to it. And so this is saying, no, like, this time, like, you take it slow, get to know. That's what this is saying. This is like, if this is your divine partner, you want to take it slow before you make a commitment. Like, you don't want to, you don't have to rush matters of love. If this person's for you, then you'll find out, and it won't be about that. That's what I feel is coming in. And that's very true. A lot of people on dating sites are not really being 100% honest about what their motives are, right? And so this is having blind spots about the competition. Yes, that's saying it. You've gone through this where you've, accepted this person on face value, and then they turn out to be, they just wanted one thing. And that's not what you're interested in doing. So this time I feel like what this is saying, this is going to be different. Take it slow. Don't rush into anything. Go on a few dates, get to know each other, and then things will progress as they should, not having to force it. Yeah, so don't force love. You don't need to. Yeah, use your insight. I'm getting that what this is saying. You will notice right away. This is different. You'll be like, I have never felt this way before, and I'm going to take it slow. I'm going to make sure, because I don't want to rush into it. Like, I don't want this, and I feel like the other person is feeling exactly the same way. So this is really good energy. I love this. I hear wedding bells in the future. Just take it, take it one day at a time, that kind of energy. And don't force anything. Don't rush into anything. I have a feeling it'll work out really awesome for you. Please do like and comment if you've enjoyed this reading, and consider subscribing if you resonate with the energy. And I will be back with another reading for you. Let me see. It will be regarding the end of the month. Bye for now, Libra. Sorry, Stella, I gotta wake you up.